All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So it says HMPV outbreak in China. Is it a new V? How is it similar to C19? Is there any jab? What we know so far. So, as you realize, very recently there has been another outbreak in China, and this outbreak is very similar to C19. Now let's read right here. An outbreak of human HMPV in China has raised alarm globally. Right. So, Brethren Akim and Akwath, we're already getting right to the beginning of this year with a V starting. So if you remember last time with C19, there was a V that caught global attention. Now this V is catching global attention. Now it says several countries, including India, are monitoring the V and its spread closely. But should one worry about it, and how's this V similar to C19? So, as you can see, it says it's a seasonal disease that usually occurs in winter and early spring. And HMPV is not a newly discovered V, right? So it seems as though HMPV is not a big deal. But guess what also was not a big deal? C19, right? Because I think the fatality rate for C19 was 0.001% or something like that. But guess what? That caused many lockdowns. And we still have the bird flu going on too. So, what I want to do is we're going to get out this video real quick. We're going to watch it.
They could get their hands on in the dream. Like the wall.
It says Luke chapter 21 verse 26, people will be terrified of what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens will be shaken.
And they were hitting the grocery stores, they were hitting the Walmart superstores, all of it, and they were wiping stuff out, like buying everything, that they could get their hands on in the dream, like almost like people were in a panic because of what they had lived already. They were already knowing what was coming, so people were acting crazy in the.
So this guy is saying that this is how the people were responding when Trump announced that there would be another lockdown with a new V coming along.
Grocery stores, not just about toilet paper this time, it was about everything, chips, whatever they could get their hands on, buying it and filling their buggies and whatever families were. It was that way for everything. And I remember in the dream, watching the news in the dream, it was such a weird dream. With all the major news networks talking about this is a new virus, this is a new pandemic, and it dwarfs COVID, and they kept saying that in their speech. The death toll ratio is going to dwarf COVID, and basically that was the dream. But I just remember feeling uneasy in my dream because of what the Lord had showed me prophetically already prior to the dream, warning you all. And so it was very eerie. So I just wanted to come on and tell you all that. I wanted to, I know it's not that, you probably say, oh, it was just a dream. I don't have dreams like that. I'm just telling you all, when the Lord talks to me, I know it. When I wake up and I remember things, and he's speaking to me through that, it's like, here it is again, I'm warning you. And so, I just felt, I almost didn't even say anything about it, but I just felt like I should. like I said, I'm a watchman. If you think this is pizza and you like I had some bad food that night, bad Chinese food or something, but the night before, which I don't eat that anyway, but you 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 could take it and put it on a shelf or whatever. But I felt in my heart it was serious. It was serious enough to tell you all. And I thought it was cool because Trump was behind the pulpit. He was behind the podium talking. It wasn't Biden. And so that was interesting. And it was in the spring again. I could tell you this. I could see the leaves on the trees coming out again. And it was just like it was whenever they locked everything down with COVID in the spring. And they were doing it again. But like I said, this time it did not start in Asia. It started in Europe and England and all that area over there, France, all it was already going on before, and so people were watching it, and then, like I said, he made the announcement. It looked like it was weeks prior, just like it was similar to COVID. But I thought it was interesting that there was no flights. No flights. He said he was locking down all air traffic. There was no flights, and I don't know. I even perceived that they were even locking down even state to state travel. That they were not allowing people to travel with airplane state to state, which I think that would be over the top, but is what I was seeing.
It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? So, just understand that during this next lockdown that's going to come upon, they are going to start implementing their 15-minute cities, right? So basically, you're going to have checkpoints on where you will be able to go. And what's going to happen is they're going to require identification of anyone going to a certain part when it comes to checkups. So this may be Slack. With the common lockdowns, they will bring their digital system. So let's say you want to go to work. They may have checkpoints to check your identification to see if you have gotten the jab for this upcoming V to be able to even go to work. But we know we're not supposed to take anything of the Caucasians and potions of Esau. Now, let's get out the scripture right here. It says, let's get another scripture. Now, Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 really is going to be jumping off the pages, as it says right here. Before I read this, Slovakia, we always hear not to store up treasures on earth because all these things are going to rot away. So during this next lockdown, if you don't get a jab or if you don't get the C-hip, right, guess what? You're going to lose your home. You're going to lose your cars. You're going to lose your bikes. You're going to lose whatever, your apartment, you name it. Now it says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right. So, brethren, as Israelites in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we know that ultimately it's predestined if we make it through this or not, and we endure to the end. I do want to say this, though, is that get out of the mindset of trying to become building this life in Babylon and preparing family generations here in Babylon, because according to what's going on right now, it doesn't seem that people are going to have family generations in Babylon. Generational wealth is going to be a thing of the past, because soon the upcoming system is simply going to be rich and poor. No in between. no upper middle class, no middle class, no lower middle class. It's just going to be very, very rich and very, very poor. All right? So let's get out the scripture right here. And also, just know that according to the last scripture of, I believe it was Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 to 21, and verse 21 said, um, where your heart is, your treasure is also. So if your heart is in this world, well, a lot of people whose heart is in this world will be susceptible to taking the sea hip. This is why our heart needs to be in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, not of this world. Now let's read Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Right. So people are going to be trying to save their possessions in this world. People are going to be trying to save their sense of identity of what they built in this world. But however, for us that for us losing our life for Yahweh Shai, we will find life in Yahweh Shai, because we know that life on this part of this era of Esau Edom's world is not worth it. Right? For let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. Slovakia. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. And right now we're in the world of Esau, and Esau's world is ending. Esau is very close to that line where he cannot pass. And let's get out this scripture right here. Not Matthew. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord is cometh as a thief in the night. Verse 3, but for when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Right. So, as you can see, what was something that happened in, I believe, November. I believe it was on November 5th. A lot of people were saying Trump is going to fix everything. A lot of people were getting back into the spirit of slumber because they believe now they could chill. Now they could relax like they did in 2016 to 2020. Right? Now, people were overjoyed when Trump won. So now they may be surprised with this coming V, who Trump may announce or may not announce the V coming soon, and people are going to be in shock of the lockdown. As you can hear in the dream, people were panic buying like never before because they knew that this next V was going to be far worse and dwarf C19. But however, as us in Yahweh Shai, we need to keep seeking Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, so that this day and the days coming forward and coming soon, like the sea hip and the next coming lockdown, does not overtake us as a thief, right? For as prophets, we are watchmen. So we need to endure unto the end, right? Let's get that out. Endure unto the end. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right. So we can't be getting cold feet now when things are about to really hit the fan. So I hope this lesson was very edifying. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and to Shalom.